Hey, so something that comes up pretty often when we're talking about parenting and our relationships with our kids is like, how do we deal with sicknesses or, you know, people being in our home, like things just being different, like even for like an 18-month-old or a 2-year-old getting those shots. And so I wanted to share one tip that my wife and I have really practiced over the years. So our oldest is 6 right now, and we have 3. So we've done this for a few years now, and it's been really incredible, and it's felt really good as parents. You know, there's some advice that you get that you do it and you think to yourself, this doesn't really feel that good, but this has felt really really good. So I'll give you a really quick example, a personal example from our life. So, you know, we all know that those shots, when the kids get those shots, those immunization shots, and it can be just brutal. You know, they're happy as a clam, 6 months old, 12 months old, 18 months old. Maybe they don't like the doctor that much, but they're pretty happy. They're sitting there, and we have actually told them, you're going to get a shot today and it's going to hurt. Now, it seems weird. It's like, why would you tell your kid it's going to hurt? And we do. We just want to be honest with them. We say, it's going to hurt. So the doctor's going to rub something on your leg. They're going to stick a needle in your leg to give you some medicine. The medicine is to help you feel better. This is a 6-month-old. We've even told this to. And of course it doesn't like work. They don't say, they're not like, and then it doesn't hurt. It still hurts. But what that has done for us is it helps to establish that trust. So when that shot happens and that pain comes and they cry, and we get to pick them up and we get to say things like, I know it hurts. You know, we talked about that. They stuck the needle in, they put the medicine in, and that pain's gonna go away in just a few moments. And then they realize, wow, the pain does go away. It did. And then we give them, you know, just some children's Tylenol at the end. So we did this, and for the first like 2 or 3 shots, immunizations that the kids went through, cried every time, and we accept that. They should cry. It hurts, but you know what? They didn't fight the shot, and now they get it. Like our 6-year-old went, and I think he needed to get a shot. I can't remember if we did a flu shot for him or not this year, and we said, yeah, so they're gonna give you the shot. I think it's in your shoulder this time, and it'll probably still hurt, but it should help you keep you from getting the flu. So we think it's a good thing. And he said, okay, and the nurse came in and she kind of prepped him. You could see he was still getting a little bit nervous, and she kind of prepped him and just said, okay, stick is coming in just a second. He said, okay, and he didn't look at it. He just looked right ahead at her, got the shot, didn't move, didn't cry, didn't wince, didn't fight. And we just felt so proud that we communicated honestly to our kids and didn't try to like convince them that it wasn't going to hurt, or didn't try to convince them that it was not going to be a big deal, because anytime we have pain, I mean, that's a big deal. So that's a little story about just how we've done this in our life. And I think the way that plays out in different situations, like say you can do this across, like if you have special circumstances, maybe you have like water damage in your house and you have to have workers coming in and working in your house for several days, and you're a stay-at-home mom, you got a young kid there and they don't know what's going on. You know, just being honest with them and saying, hey, remember we talked about this morning, we're gonna have some workers come and work on our floor for us because we had a big water spill, And if we let that water stay there and it doesn't get replaced, then mold can start growing in our house and that can make us sick. And just being really kind of upfront with them and helping them understand just what's happening in their life. Life is busy. We get really backed up with things. We forget to kind of bring our kids up to speed and just let them know what's happening in their world. Or if they're getting sick, as another example, we might say, like, we had one of our kids, I think he was about 3 at the time, was hospitalized for a breathing issue. And we always talked him through all the steps, like the doctor's coming, he's gonna listen to your chest. He's gonna put this thing on your chest. See if I can hold this a little bit better. I don't want to cover the lens. So he's going to put this thing on your chest. It's going to feel kind of cold, and he's just going to listen. So he's going to have the things in his ears, and he's going to listen, and then he's going to put this thing around your arm, and that's going to squeeze your arm a little bit, and he wants to see how your blood is flowing through your body. And what we found is our kids are actually really interested in this stuff, and it seems to really help them. And just to kind of wrap this up, when I go to the doctor, I want the doctor to tell me what's going on. I want them to tell me exactly what they're going to do. I don't want them just kind of whipping out needles and all this stuff and doing all this stuff to my body that I don't know what's happening. And I'm an adult. How much more would a kid want that stuff to be communicated to them? So I hope you find this helpful. If you have more questions, feel free to comment below or send me a message. You can find me. One way to find me is we.r.unconditionalparents.com. That'll take you to my website, we.r.unconditionalparents.com, or philipmott.com, and that's one L in Philip. A lot of people misspell that. So just let me know if you have more questions. Be happy to help.